At Christmas time you always find Yule cakes. So I thought of sharing this Yule cake recipe with you all. For this recipe I am using 3 eggs separated, yolks and whites. Then I have 25 grams cocoa powder with 45 milliliters corn oil I am using. You can use any kind of a light oil for this recipe. And 65 grams sugar, 65 grams plain flour, and nearly 100 grams dark chocolate, either cooking chocolate or chocolate melts, and 50 milliliters of water. So to start this, first into the water add the cocoa powder and mix it really well. First, I always use a shortcut when I do the egg whites. First, going to do the egg whites. I'm going to use the same bowl for mixing the rest of the ingredients. First, into the egg whites, add half of the sugar and start mixing it about 2 minutes or until it comes to a soft peak. If you like, you can add a pinch of cream of tartar or a drop of vinegar. Once it comes to this soft peak consistency, when it start holding from the whisk, so take the egg whites out and put that into a separate bowl. Now into the same mixing bowl, going to add the egg yolks and then the rest of the sugar, and going to whisk that about a minute. After mixing the egg yolk, add the cocoa powder and the flour and keep on mixing another minute. So it's ready. Now going to add the egg whites a little by little and mix it on the lower speed until it combines only. So after, transfer the prepared mix into a Swiss roll pan or even a slice pan. This is actually about 14 by 9-inch pan. So I'm going to bake this on 170 about 10 to 15 minutes, or until when you touches it, it becomes soft and pliable. So after, just tap it on the bench several times for all the air bubbles to come out. See all the air coming out, and bake this on 170 about 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, add half a cup of whipping cream or thickened cream into a mixing bowl and add a tablespoon of sugar and start whisking it about 2 minutes until it comes to a soft peak. After, leave that in a fridge until you are ready with the sponge cake. So I bake this about 10 minutes and it's really soft to touch. And I have one baking paper here with some caster sugar on top. So what I'm going to do is, if you can't do this, you can always leave a baking paper and put it upside down, or just flip that over. After, slowly release the tray out and leave the cake, pressing it down, and put this on a wire rack. So the sponge cake is cool enough to handle. Take it onto the bench, and after, take the paper out, the one on top, and then press it down nicely and apply the cream on top. Don't add too much cream, then it comes out from the cake. And after, you can roll either way, this way or the other way. So I'm going to do it in the long way. So release the paper slowly. That's why I put a little bit of sugar in it. So releasing the paper, roll the cake nice and tight. So after, it will look like this, and roll it to the end. So when you tighten a Swiss roll, always make sure that you tighten like this and rolling it nice and tight, and press the ends like this and leave it about 10 minutes to rest. So to finish the Yule log, melt the chocolate. So the cake is ready, and then cut the ends nicely and remove them. It's a really soft and a moist cake, and then cut across and take it out. See, this is how it looks like, and put it on top of the cake like this. Or you can cut another piece like this and then put it onto a corner or to the middle, or as a side like this to make a log shape. So I fill the middle with a piece of leftover cake, and the chocolate is ready. So pour the chocolate over the cake. Make sure that you put a paper underneath. If you put it on the wire rack without putting a paper, after adding chocolate, it will be really hard to take it. So pour the chocolate all over the cake, and when you do this, make sure that you have a bit of extra chocolate always. I put a bit more chocolate in the microwave. Meanwhile, use a spatula and try to cover the cake with chocolate. So after, take a fork and just do a design on top to make it looks like a log. So it's ready, and I'm going to leave this to cool down completely, and going to do some decorations on top. So the Yule log cake is ready, and I left that about 30 minutes in the fridge because it contains cream. You need to put that in the fridge always. And I decorated that with holly leaves and some poinsettia flowers. You can put anything to decorate it, and hope you will enjoy this, and Merry Christmas to you.